But okay, I have another question. This is a silly question, but it's a serious question at the same time. Is Gravik committing blackface by being a black Skrull? When a Skrull takes a black person, is that blackface? And is that wrong? And technically, should we be mad about Gravik? Should we be mad about Gravik? Because really, it's a Skrull.
Oh, that's funny.
What do you think? Is that considered blackface?
No, because he's an alien, bro.
So what? Aliens can't do blackface? No. Okay, I'm just saying. I just want to put that out there. You know, like.
No, you can't.
We out here chasing dreams, trying to catch them like receivers. Heavy on the grind, trying to turn you to believers. Yeah, we see you hating from the bleachers. Coming with the gas, hot and ready, little Caesars.
Yes, sir.
Speaking of truth.
We're back.
Damn, I wanted to scream louder, but I feel like I'm gonna freaking crack the mic.
We're back.
What's up, people? What it is, what it do, what it be.
With another episode.
Put a shoe on another episode of the ABOV The Multiverse podcast with your boys.
Avery Harden.
I'm Adrian Blest, and this is our 30th episode, bro. Crazy.
Is it?
Yeah, 30th episode.
Oh, snap, bro.
Yeah.
Dang, and it's, hey, you know what's crazy? It's about to get better, man.
Yep.
Cause I'm moving out Friday, which means we got a little special setup happening next week, hopefully.
Hopefully. I would love to, yeah, because I want to have a housewarming, so like I need to have this place like set up real nice before.
So me moving out of my place means Dree gets a cool object that will make our setup look crazy.
Yep. And then we're set.
Yeah.
We're set.
And then at season 2, or is it season 2 already?
Technically, because
halfway in season 2.
Yeah.
It'll look crazy.
Yeah, this is technically season 2. But yeah, so with that being said too, we're also growing. We finally hit 100 subscribers. Yeah, which we've been hyped for. You know, we've been trying to get 100 subscribers. So thank you everyone that subscribed.
We appreciate y'all.
Yeah, seriously, it's wild. Yeah,
but F y'all.
But also, yeah, because the reason you guys subscribed is because you guys want to see us eat those hot chips.
Legit. Yeah. One of my homegirls, she was like, done, and I was like, bro, like,
yeah, I know.
Like you weren't like following us before you knew we were gonna do this challenge.
I kept saying to you, I was like, this was Avery's idea. This wasn't my idea.
Yeah.
But
we got there though.
Yeah, we got there. So thank you guys for doing it, but also F you for making us do this.
Dang.
What's that Kanye West? The beginning of that Kanye West song where he's like, fuck you, Kanye, first and foremost, for making me do this shit.
Yeah, that's
motherfucker.
Well, I said toast, motherfucker.
Yeah. But yes, guys, we are going to be eating the hot chip challenge. We would have been doing it on this episode, but luckily for us, it hasn't come in yet.
Thank God.
And when I ordered them, well, first off, they're expensive, so fuck you guys for making us pay for that. We're not even getting monetized for this yet, and we're using money out of our own pocket to make this podcast happen, which is tough. But also, there's only 3 in stock, and so I just happened to get the 2.
Yeah, we got
now there's like 1 in stock left.
Yeah,
so it took forever to get here too.
We gotta do it early.
And we gotta be prepped. I'm getting us milk. I'm getting us ice cream. I'm getting us stuff to like.
Because you know, Shaq is like 300 something pounds, 7 feet, and he was dying on that chip.
Well, yeah. Well, that's from the wing, I think.
No, he had a chip.
He did the chip too.
Yeah, on TNT.
God damn. Man.
He did the chip, and that's what he was like. I could do the chip. Like it was big at the time. He's like, I could do the chip. No, I'm not gonna make a face. And he was like this. And he was like, no, I'm not making a face. And he was like, well, it's hot. It's hot. Like, I'll see you the clip so you can put it right there. Okay. But yeah, like Shaq did the challenge, and he one of the biggest people in this world, and like it was hot for him. So yeah, I'm not
looking forward to it. It comes in a box that's shaped like a coffin, and it comes with gloves so you don't touch the actual chip.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Dang.
That's how hot it is. So you don't actually accidentally touch your eyes or anything else. And you should wash your hands. I don't know if I'm pretty sure when I was younger I made the mistake. I know for sure I made the mistake of, and I don't know why, but Mexicans and in Arizona for sure, like we'll hang like they're like decorations, but they're like chilies, like they're like dried out chilies as a decoration, and people will put it on their wall or outside. When I was little, I thought they were fake, right? So I touched them thinking like, oh, they're fake chilies, and then I rubbed my eyes, not thinking about it, and my eyes were on fire, bro. But also, if you touch chilies or like hot stuff like that, and you go pee, and you touch your Dude, that's a spicy beef jerky right there, bro. That is not what you want. So we got to be careful, but. So that should be coming in hopefully like later this week, and then we can do on the next episode we'll be doing that. So if you guys don't care about the Marvel stuff, at least tune in for that, because that's gonna be fucking wild.
It's gonna be crazy.
So that'll be cool. But yes, speaking of the Marvel stuff though, let's get into it, because we gotta get into this, because I've been wanting to talk to Avery about this. I've had so many theories and so many things on my mind. And
let's just talk about
Secret Invasion episode 2.
Let's just talk about the fact that Nick Fury got a chick.
Okay. Oh my God. There's so many things I want to say about it.
So let's just debunk last week, because I really thought that he was he was one, but I don't think he is now.
I feel like
because in the beginning of the episode he does the thing with them. I think he just knows the culture and he really rocks with Talos.
It's funny though that you're like on the same, like that's what I've been thinking about this whole week, like, or this whole time I saw this episode. I was thinking about like the last episode of the podcast where we were talking about the head thing, and if Nick Fury's a Skrull and all this stuff. But all right, continue.
Yeah, so I mean that's what I think, because he did the head thing with Talos and he did it for so long, and then they introduced him doing it
on the next episode.
In 1997, like in 1997. So I think that he is legit him, and like I think for the sake of like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you put the real Nick Fury there. Yeah. So I think it's really him, but for him to have a Skrull wife is wild.
Yeah, I was watching the breakdown that or the thing that we were watching earlier, the reaction. So shout out to New Rockstars. They have a show called The Break Room, and on the Break Room channel, they have these two dudes who were reacting. Tommy Beckfold and I forgot the other guy's name. But homie, the other dude, the black dude, he was like, he's like, hey, get that Skrulls. Which I thought was hilarious.
That's pretty funny.
I was like, that was the best part of the whole thing. He's like, hey, get that Skrulls, get that Skrulls.
Hey, that's pretty funny, bro. That's pretty funny. Also, watching that part, I was like, yo, does Nick Fury know?
Okay, God. Okay, you're asking all the right questions, but before we do it, I want to talk about. Let's kind of explain the episode just in case anybody didn't watch it, because I want to, because that's like the best parts of the thing, and I want to talk about that. I have a lot of theories on all of that, but I want to just kind of break down from the beginning, like, because there's so many good things in this episode.
Yeah.
The fact that it starts back in 1997, which was awesome. The way that they de-aged Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Yo, shout out to Marvel, dog. Yeah. It really looked like. It was
a young Samuel Jackson.
Yeah, that was crazy. I was actually going to talk about that.
Yeah,
that looks crazy.
That's why I want to watch the episode, because I feel like there's so many things that we got to talk about in this episode.
That was just phenomenal, honestly. And I honestly feel like nobody's done that better. I mean, honestly, no, I'll take that back. HBO did a really good job on The Righteous Gemstones, making the dad young.
Yeah, that's true. I noticed that too.
I mean, we don't talk about The Righteous Gemstones. We watch it, but we don't
that's
talk
like that's our sideshow. Like we we give you guys the content that you guys want, but we still have these conversations outside of the podcast. We have to have some stuff for just us, you know. Righteous Gemstones is our other show.
But yeah, they did a really good job there. But like the way they did. I really thought that they shot it in 1997 with him.
Yeah, it looks crazy, bro. Like, it looks so good, and immediately, like, you're introduced to, like, it's so cool, because they even the intro to the thing, instead of showing like previously on this episode, they do previously on kind of thing, but they say it's like previously on Captain Marvel. You know, remember like how it even started out, where it's kind of like it recapped Captain Marvel for you. So I was like, that was a cool choice, because like you need that if you haven't watched the show, but also like they didn't give it to you in the first episode, they gave it to you in the second episode, which is cool, because they kind of let that first episode be like a slow burn and kind of be like, what the fuck is this, and then they kind of set it up, and then so then it goes to 1997. You go in, they show Nick Fury meeting a young Gravik, and you can already tell he's a little like, he's already kind of
he just lost his parents.
Yeah, he lost his parents.
So he's
still like a tough kid. Yeah. Like he learned. They were saying like, oh, he flew some ship by himself with like all this stuff. So he's already on some badass shit already as a young kid. And even the whole thing where like, obviously you said like he just lost his parents, but like Nick Fury kind of tries to touch him and he kind of like backs up.
Yeah, he backs up.
So like that was already kind of showing him a little like maybe. I took it as maybe like almost like because Kree look like humans sometimes, so maybe he associates like the humans with the Kree, and he was like, and he's already kind of like has like a disgust with like humans and like looking at us like that. You know
I
what
wouldn't go. Me personally, I wouldn't go that far. I think he's just hurt in the sense, and like he just doesn't want any, like he doesn't trust anybody. Yeah, that's what I see. But that's true. I can see what you're saying as well. Yeah, but I feel like in that thing, he's like, yo, I don't trust nobody. Which like not even the what are they called? The Skrulls. I don't even trust the Skrulls. Like, Skrulls, I just lost the closest people to me. Like, all y'all get away from me type vibes.
Yeah, and the whole war that they're doing is crazy. So so it starts off there, and then I mean, I don't really remember the exact timeline of the episode, but I want to just point out like specific moments. The one of the better parts is I guess we'll go to, I think after that when they're interrogating that Skrull dude. The girl.
So I'm not gonna cap. I was confused. That's why I wanted to watch New Rockstars, because I don't know who that lady is.
So she's in charge of she's like MI6. Like she's basically Nick Shield for London.
Okay.
So she's the in charge of the under
she said Nick Shield, Nick Fury.
Yeah. Instead of Shield, she's like
Okay, gotcha. I got
she's
you.
like Nick Fury for Shield for London.
I got you.
That's what I'm assuming. Okay. I think that's what I'm taking.
Okay, because I was like, what the
she's like an MI6. Like she's in charge of MI6, which is like their secret agents kind of thing.
I got confused, and maybe I was just a little tired. I'm not gonna lie, because it was late last night watching it. I got confused. I thought she was a part of the leaders.
Oh, one of those people. Yeah.
So, and also going to that, that was crazy too.
Yeah, to see all the leaders, those leaders are just all Skrulls.
Which is because he said it's millions. So
yes, okay.
So that part on the train was wild, because he was like, let's play a game. That was classic. That was classic Samuel Jackson.
This episode is just man, it's so well written. This is the episode that really was I was like, damn, this is such a fucking good show. The first episode we were already hype on once we started talking about it and really thinking about it. This episode, you don't need to think about it. You're just watching it and you're like, this is fucking good. All the stuff that's happening. They gave so much details, but the train scene when he's talking to Talos and he reveals essentially that there's 1 million fucking Skrulls on Earth, which is fucking crazy.
Yeah. And
that's insane. I was thinking there's hundreds at the most.
When he said that, I'm thinking there was he was saying that he told them to come. And there was 1 million when he told him to come, and he was off world. How long was Nick Fury off world, and how many babies?
That's something that they brought up on New Rockstars. They talked about that.
You know what I'm saying? How many babies, bro? How many babies are they having?
Because that's 1 million when he called them.
Yeah.
Now they all have been there for 30 years?
Yeah, exactly.
How many are there now?
Exactly, bro.
Which is crazy.
So that made, and then, I forgot the part where he was like, the dude who got caught, he was like, he's trying to make us super or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
The dude who got caught. Yes, so there goes your theory. Your theory.
Which one?
The Super Skrulls.
Yeah,
because he was like, you're trying to make us a.
Yeah, so we'll get into that too. I feel like we're going everywhere, bro.
Because
there's so many major moments in this episode that are that important. But we'll get into the Super Skrulls stuff.
Don't mind my shorts, man. I'm about to go to the beach after this. I got my legs out. You know what I mean?
Hey, they look good though. You're chilling. No, pause. I was just saying they're not dirty or nothing. It's at least they're not clean.
Cat, I think Drew gotta tell us something, man.
I got a knee fetish. Nah. Some people have foot fetishes. I like knees.
I know.
But no, it's just crazy to think that even the part. Okay, so let's go back to real quick to the whole scene where she's interrogating the person.
Yeah.
I thought it was super dope. First off, that whole scene was just great. How she just walks in like a boss, and he's like, "How'd you get in here? That door was locked." And she's like, "What does that tell you about me and doors?" That was a dope ass line. And then even when she's like, it's above your pay grade for you to even know who I am. She goes in there and they're like, "Oh, what makes you think he'll tell you?" She gets the things like the shears, goes right up to him and just cuts off his finger, and it turns into a Skrull finger. That was sick. That was a cool concept that I was like, oh, that's a good way to tell if someone's a Skrull. You don't have to kill them to see if they're a Skrull. You can just kill one of their body parts or chop something off, and then.
And also, I was gonna tell you, fool.
What?
They're playing with you.
Why?
That was a little graphic.
Yeah, I know. That's also what's
Yeah,
been cool about the show. This show is
when I watched that part, I was like, okay, that Dree wished and Kevin Feige granted it.
Ask you shall receive. Circuit Trova, you know what I mean? On my, but yes, like, yeah, bro, like the fact that it's so much more gritty, this show. And even like I was trying to get Kat to watch it. She was like falling asleep and stuff, but I was like, you should be watching this. It's so good.
I ain't gonna lie though, it was kind of late. I was attentive, but I was like, dang, dude, like I'm kind of sleepy.
I gotta watch it. Oh, I was super into it. I was playing video games and then I like put off my video games, so I was gonna be playing while I was watching it, but I was like, I can't even.
Yeah, you gotta focus.
Focused,
yeah,
bro.
you gotta focus.
But yeah, so that whole part, and then even just the part where she like has that serum that she puts inside of him that boils his blood.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like that was insane way to torture someone, bro. Like he was like cooking from the inside. That was wild. And it made me like, I saw someone bring it up, like, is that something that like only works on Skrulls, or is that something that works on humans too? Like, you know, that's some wild shit.
I feel like that only would work with Skrulls because they probably can handle it.
Yeah.
Like,
otherwise it would just kill a regular human.
For sure.
Because so what we learned is too that Skrulls are essentially like superior humans almost, right? Like kind of in a sense, like aliens, but they have advanced strength. They take longer to age. They are like a little more durable, stronger, just like weird like things. Obviously they can like fucking take people's memories and take people's looks, which is crazy. But yeah, so that whole scene was wild. Then we get to the train scene and stuff, which is crazy. Learning about that there's a million fucking Skrulls, which also Samuel Jackson, you deserve an award for the show. I swear.
This is insane, let's listen, bro.
Let's say that
Samuel Jackson is that guy, bro. I'm not gonna cap, bro. Like forever, he's been that guy, and I don't think he gets the just due that he gets, like he's supposed to get.
I mean,
because
but he doesn't.
I will tell you this: Samuel Jackson is one of those actors who, like, I was just talking to somebody about this in Uber. I picked up a lady who does. She's like an acting coach or something like that. She teaches acting, and I was like, you could tell the difference between actors. But I want to say Samuel Jackson is that guy because he's one of the only ones. It's him and Leonardo DiCaprio who acted so well that I genuinely hated them.
Oh yeah.
In freaking what's the name?
Django.
Yeah, they acted so well. They did their job so well that I hated them in the theater. I was like, dude, I want to smack them too. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how well you acted. Like, he was such an Uncle Ruckus. Like, it was the best.
I wonder if he studied that for his probably, for the role.
He probably did. But Samuel Jackson, man, he's such a great actor. So when this episode and that train scene, and also Rhodey's part,
yes, which I want to get into right now.
Rhodey's part, that acting, bro, is like. Bro,
yeah,
I don't even.
They deserve awards. I think they both deserve.
Marvel is. I don't know how much they're paying him, but I know they're not paying him enough.
Yeah. For
like what he's giving us, bro. Because, jeez, Louise, for sure, bro,
man. It's wild, bro.
He's like, you told me we got a million Skrulls. Like,
yeah.
Bro, like he's like he was up, and then he's like. And even Don Cheadle, he was being like, yeah, that's what it is, brother. Like,
okay. So I wanted to bring that up because there was like, as I'm watching it, there's things that I mark in my head that I'm like, okay, I want to ask Avery about that. So the part, okay, we'll just jump to the part where him and Anthony Mackie, or not Anthony Mackie,
hell no,
Don Cheadle.
Do not mention him in this movie. No.
Don Cheadle. Him and Don Cheadle. They're in the him and Rhodey. They're in the cafe talking and stuff. And he's essentially like asking like how much do you trust your like people, like all this stuff. The scene is great. The dialogue is great, but it's funny how there's a part where he's like kind of like Nick Fury is talking to him as like almost as a military person to another like military person where they're talking, but then he slips in that like help a brother out part, like, and I was like, he went from like asking him as he's like, I'm not asking you as a military person, I'm asking you from black man to black man, help me out, you know what I mean? And it's so good, like how he slipped that. That's like
black people call that code switching.
Oh yeah.
Code switching when you like you know, like you in the you out and about and like you see another brother and like you're like, oh man, what's up, brother? Like help me out.
Black telepathy.
Like,
remember you were
like, but like you get closer and be like, what up, nigga? Like it's like code switching.
Yeah,
like, it's funny, but like that's a hidden gem for y'all.
Yeah, that reminded me too because when we went to Comic-Con last time, there was a black dude running the booth, and Avery's like, watch this, like it's like black telepathy. We like talk to each other, like we just know. Remember you're saying that? You're like, dude, like he's like he just know like it's just like when he sees me, like he knows to talk to me. Like
was it the dude had the cool
posters? Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny. But yeah.
But that made me think about that. I was just like, oh, that was funny how he like, hey, you see him kind of like try to play the like the black card, almost like, hey, bro, like I'm not just talking to you. I was like, hey, but I'm black, you know. I'm like talk to me like you're, you know, like your brother. And then for Anthony Mackie, or not, I keep saying Anthony Mackie, Don Cheadle, for Don Cheadle to throw it back in his face at the end of it, where he's that's why you're fired, brother. Like he like kind of thing. And he like put it back, like you're not going to use that against me, you know. Which is I thought like also it's such a subtle thing, but it's like a deep layered context, which is really fucking dope.
Which also is so I take away two things from this situation. Yeah. Which is the one situation is the Skrulls are learning, and like. That's how they kind of like that I mean, I guess he learned that Samuel Jackson is kind of like doing the whole brother thing because he's African American. Like maybe he learned and he was like, oh,
well, you think brother. So you think So Rhodey is a Skrull?
Yeah, or that was really Don Cheadle and did like, yo, brother, like, you know what I mean? Or, so I'm like I don't know.
Yeah,
I can't.
On a more meta level too, do you think that for that scene, do you think they have like a black writers in the room that are helping them write that stuff? Because like,
that one for sure.
That you have to have a black dude in the room to know.
I feel like they wrote that and then. You think they threw it in? I think they threw that in. Yeah, so that might not be significant to the story. That probably was just
but that's still a cool thing that made it seem more realistic. You know what I mean? Where it's like I don't think most white people would catch that and know to add that kind of little subtle detail to be like, you know, it's a black dude talking to a black dude, so like it's gonna be a little bit different than if it was just like, you know, a military dude talking to a military dude. Like they broke it down to like even when he said like the whole thing, he's like, we share the same past, same friends or whatever, and we even the same ancestry kind of stuff. Like they broke it down to that part, which was really cool. I think they did a good job almost like adding that in, you know?
Yeah, but honestly, man,
that's a good detail.
Yeah, but I just don't. I mean, me personally, I just don't know if Don Cheadle is, because in real life, if you want to take it back, let's take it back to Captain America, Civil War. Don Cheadle was strictly on the government side.
Yeah.
So.
He's just a government dude at the end of the day. Like,
so it could just be he is on the government side. He's just not. Yeah. He's not trying to help nobody out. He just has a loyalty to his government.
And he also says too, where that line that he says, which is fucking dope. I don't know it exactly, but where he said essentially like, we didn't get these roles from mediocre men to turn around and give it back to mediocre men. You know what I mean? So like I gotta, the reason like we work so hard to get to this point, I have to that's all the reason why I have to be even more upstanding about my power, because they already like look at me like a black man in power. I need to like uphold that power to the highest thing, so that way, like, you know, I have almost like more of a responsibility to like be loyal to like what he's doing, like, you know, to that role, I guess. Yeah. Which is crazy too, but it does make me think like that's why this show's so good, because it makes you question, like, is he doing this because, like you said, he's just always back then he's always just been loyal to the government kind of thing, or is he a Skrull playing him up just like something else? So it makes you question it. You're like, fuck, what is he? Like, is he? I don't know. Like,
I can't tell. I can't tell, man. Like, so it's what does Eric Voss say? Scroll search.
Yeah,
like,
scroll search. Yeah,
bro. This is legit, like, I legit don't know.
I have some theories, but I'm gonna get into them later. But but we'll keep going. Because I have a theory that I gotta talk about, but it's still like. We'll get into it, but okay, let's keep going. So we saw the interrogation part. We saw dude, Gravik. Let's talk about Gravik real quick. Gravik is fucking dope as fuck. When he comes in after like when they come into the butcher shop to like get their dude back, that whole scene, that action scene where he's like fucking people up, he's he's John Wick, bro.
Yeah.
Like in that moment, he's going through like fucking murdering people. Like like he like stabs a guy in the back of the leg, flips him over. Like, dude, it's wild, bro. It's crazy.
He's nasty,
he moves
bro.
with like such precision and like almost. And it's funny because Skrulls are almost like super soldiers in a sense, right? And it's funny how everything in Marvel all comes back to super soldiers. And it's funny because like I was watching the new Rockstars breakdown and they kind of like mentioned that, and they're like, oh, it wouldn't be Marvel if it wasn't about super soldiers. But that's like, and they say that in like a negative way, but I see it as like a positive thing. Like that's what's kind of cool about Marvel is that everything, it's like Captain America was like that first super soldier, and once people saw that, they became obsessed with it, and it created like the fact once we learned that we were able to have like enhanced humans, like things started popping off. Like where like the Hulk was, they were trying to recreate the super soldier serum, you know, like all these things are trying to recreate the super soldier serum or trying to do something with super soldiers, and that's how all these things keep happening, you know. It all comes back to like them trying to get super soldiers, and Skrulls are already like natural super soldiers but to have the upper hand, they're working on what this episode, I would say, is the biggest reveal of this episode, is that they are working to make super Skrulls, which is what I already knew was coming because I saw it in the trailer, and I also saw it in the fucking and I already know like the comics is like super Skrulls are fucking.
What you saw in the trailer? What you saw in the trailer?
We talked about it in the last episode, which I wanted to talk about too. So is when they show in the trailer for when the season, before the season even started, they show a scene where Gravik stretches out his arm. Now, I said in the last episode, I thought it was Mr. Fantastic, and we even theorized like, oh, do you think maybe the Fantastic Four are going to be in it and stuff? What we learned in this episode, which was fucking cool, is when Amelia Clark, my girl, baby girl, was Amelia Clark, when she's looking at the computer and she like breaks into the like lab and they see the doctor, then she sees the list of like DNA that they have, and they have Groot's DNA. So like him stretching out his arm, which I thought might have been Mr. Fantastic last week, I learned this week it's Groot, bro. Like he has Groot's abilities, like to be able to grow out shit, which is crazy.
I just right now, I don't know if Eric Voss has done this yet, but he just blew my mind. I just had a little new Rockstars moment right now. I didn't know that. I mean, I seen Groot right there, but I didn't know what it was for.
Yeah, they're collecting all those abilities, and that's what's going to be put into a super Skrull.
Damn.
They're going to have Groot's abilities. They have Cole Obsidian, which is like the strength of that dude. So, so like they were talking about this too, and what I was thinking about, like, how do they get this stuff, right? Cole Obsidian, they have his hand. Remember in Endgame when Cole Obsidian is the big guy with the hammer that's on Thanos' squad, and he tries to reach to get Wong, I think, and Wong closes the portal on him and it cuts off his arm. Remember that? It's like Bruce Banner and Wong, or maybe even Doctor Strange or whatever, and it cuts off Cole Obsidian's arm, and then that arm's just sitting in the park, and then like I think Bruce Banner or whatever, like he kicks it, right? Well, the government like took that and it's put away, and somehow the Skrulls have it. So they have his arm to get his DNA. So they got the strength of like Cole Obsidian. They have probably some like when Groot like blew up somewhere or did something, like a fucking piece of Groot to get the DNA from Groot. Then they have a Frost Giant. They were talking about how would they have Frost Giants at the end of Thor 2 Dark World. They there's a part where like a Frost Giant dog thing comes through a portal into London, and it's like running around, and they never closed that portal or brought that thing back to Asgard or wherever he's from, Jotunheim. Like that Frost Giant dog thing was still running around in London, and they even went so as far to show an end credit scene in Thor 2 where I thought it was just a throwaway little scene, but now it's coming back later on, is they show a scene where like everything's like all cool and everything's like, you know, good, but they show that thing running through the park still, like they never got it.
Damn.
So that's still in our world.
Yeah.
So they got the Frost Giant, and then the last one was the Extremis people, which is from Iron Man 3, which is the people who like, remember like the fire people, like they like in Iron Man 3, the Christmas one, like it's like
I can't remember that.
Iron Man 3 is it's not one of the best movies, but it's still good. But they're basically like the villain in that one is supposed to be the Mandarin, but really it's the Extremis dude.
Is that dude where he got the
No, that's the second one. That's Whiplash.
I can't remember.
The third one is the one where the people like they like inject themselves with them like this Extremis stuff, and it makes them like glow red, and they like can burn shit, and they like explode, and like Remember? You don't remember that? They explode at the Hollywood Theater in Hollywood. No, the Chinese theater. No.
I remember seeing the Chinese theater in my mind. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Well, the extremist people.
That's so crazy that whatever.
Yeah. So the extremists, they're like So those people we thought were gone too after Iron Man 3, but in Shang-Chi, when he's going to that underground fight club where there's Abomination fighting Wong and Shang-Chi, as they're walking through and they're looking at different fight rooms, like where people are fighting, there's an extremist person in that room. So those people still exist. They didn't go away. Like, they're still there. So the people with the firepower and stuff are still there.
Dang.
So now that's where they have gotten all these powers and this DNA. Now they're working on a machine to put that into the Skrulls, so that way they have abilities like superheroes, bro. Yeah. So they're gonna have like elements, almost like they're gonna have like Groot's abilities. Cold Obsidian strength, the fire from the extremist people, and the healing ability from the extremist people, because they can like cut off their arms and heal back. And then the frost giants, like frozen stuff, and are able to ability to not be frozen and shit like that, which is crazy. So like they're making these nasty ass super Skrulls. So it all comes back to what I was saying earlier, is like the super soldier shit, right? It's like everyone's obsessed with making their own super soldier. The Skrulls are already at like the level of a super soldier with their strength and their ability to like heal and like, you know, but now they're taking themselves even to a further level where they're gonna be mixing in powers with their stuff. So now they're gonna have powers.
You know. To
fight like the Avengers.
Now that you say that, I go back to Rhodey and Nick Fury talking, and I think Rhodey says, "Why don't we just call our friends?"
Yeah.
And
they also mentioned the Avengers a couple times, which is dope.
Nick Fury said no or something like that. Like, this is my fight.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like,
well,
nah, Nick.
Well, he says the reason why he doesn't want to call the Avengers is because he's like, imagine if we call in the Avengers and then they're able to clone one of our people, they clone fucking Doctor Strange, and then we don't know who the fuck Doctor Strange is, the real Doctor Strange. Obviously, Doctor Strange would just be able to do some magic, and the Skrull probably wouldn't. But the fact of the matter is, like, they wouldn't even, like, they're keeping them separate from the Skrulls because they don't want to even take a chance. Like, well, Nick Fury doesn't want to take a chance on the Skrulls cloning them.
If we being real, like, they know them already.
Yeah,
like, you know who the Avengers are, bro. Like, you can, especially if we being real. Maybe this isn't over. Because if we're being real, you could just take an innocent Avenger, Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan, and just take her. Yeah, take her for sure, because she's naive and dumb. What's the other girl name? That was with Doctor Strange. I won't say dumb, but like
Scarlet Witch.
You're young and you don't know too much. The other one, Doctor Strange.
Amanda
Chavez, like
the young Avengers,
the young ones. Like, you could take the young ones,
or maybe they wouldn't even think to go after the young ones, and maybe that's what the young Avengers will have to fight, is the Skrulls. Like, you know, maybe the old Avengers all get taken, and then the young Avengers are left, and they don't even think about the young Avengers because they're not all famous like the Avengers.
That's true.
So maybe they don't.
That's true. Yeah. But I'm thinking about what's happening. That I'm already trying to be on. Ahead, and I'm thinking about Miss Marvel. It's like, what if the Skrulls just took over, and like this is what they are now, and like Talos is like Nick Fury now, but like these are good Skrulls and then they're bad Skrulls. Okay, so like that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. It's interesting. I mean, that's what the thing is too. Like, we don't know. But okay, I have another question. This is a silly question, but it's a serious question at the same time. Is Gravik committing blackface by being a black Skrull? When a Skrull takes a black person, is that blackface? And is that wrong? And technically, should we be mad about Gravik? Should we be mad about Gravik? Because really, it's a Skrull. Oh, that's funny.
What do you think? Is that considered blackface?
No, because he's an alien, bro.
So aliens can't do blackface? No. Okay, I'm just saying. I just want to put that out there. You know, like.
No, you can't, bro.
I was thinking about that all week, and I was like, wait, is Gravik doing blackface? I was like, is Gravik doing blackface?
I actually thought about you when it went back to 1997, and they started switching into the people. Yeah. I'm like, who thought, like, yo, let me be black? You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like maybe, like, because even the guy with Gaia, the black dude with Gaia, the black one. It's like what if they seen the dude? Like if I was if I was a Skrull, bro, I would want to be like Cole, Jay-Z, Kendrick.
Well, that's
they're the coolest. They're the coolest black dudes on the earth. Like I would want to be LeBron. Like
I feel like there's so many jokes here. Like I feel like there's a whole stand-up bit that we can do on like a Skrull becoming different races. I mean,
hey, honestly, bro, like
he becomes like. There's so many things I want to say. I was like, I'm Mexican, so I can say this, but I was like thinking like. It'd be funny until like a Skrull comes and he becomes like he takes like a Mexican worker and he just sits at Home Depot all day and he's just like waiting for things to happen. He's just like a normal Skrull. He's like I just chill. I do work on homes and shit.
But yeah, that's what I think. I think like maybe they saw this person and they thought that person was cool looking, so they just took the thing. But because I mean, if you're being real, like they're aliens, they don't know what's popping on this planet.
Yeah, they don't know. Yeah,
so like they look at the guy and be like, oh, he looks cool.
They can just take anybody, and they wouldn't even know like whether it's.
But the way, what's the name?
But I have noticed that they're taking mostly white people, which is interesting.
What do you mean?
When they're mostly white, except for like the last chick was black, and Gravik is black. But like, is there any other black Skrulls?
The black dude that guy is with.
Oh yeah,
he's black, but like that's
I don't see no Mexican Skrulls. I don't see no.
Because you can't take us. We don't want. We're like nah, hell nah. You ain't coming near us. But nah, I mean I think it's because we're the minority.
Yeah.
So they take the majority.
I mean yeah, and then like how do you choose? Like if you're a Skrull, dude, like you get to choose who you want to be, right? So like do you like wouldn't you want to take someone with like that black kid that's a Skrull, like he's like a kid that's like almost like what, like he like has no home and stuff.
Yeah, he look homeless.
Yeah, so like why would you want to be that dude? Like you said, like wouldn't you want to be Jay-Z or J. Cole or something? Like
maybe that's what I'm saying. Like I mean I guess these guys have been here for 30 years, so that you don't have an excuse. You should know. You should know who these people are. Like, cause I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, if I was a Skrull,
you take LeBron.
No. If I was a Skrull in a 616 cinematic universe, Marvel Cinematic Universe, like, and I'm like, dang, dude, like, freaking Thor is sick. I would want to be Thor.
Yeah, but
because Thor's my favorite. Like,
but Thor's untouchable. Like, I mean, Thor's hard to get to. You know what I mean? Thor's.
Oh, do you have to do it? We have to be in front of them.
I think they have to be in front of them. They have to see them. Yeah.
Well, then, yeah. I mean, I guess I would try to go to like a Jay-Z concert or something. And
yeah.
Try to be Jay.
Get backstage.
Because I mean, honestly, bro, like that's
you just want to be with Beyonce, bro.
No. I'm saying like if I was
disrespect,
bro, that'd be crazy. I'm not gonna lie. If I was a Skrull, like
I turn to Jonathan Majors and Megan Good. Me and Megan Good are going to court next week, bro.
No. If I was a Skrull, I'll turn it to Cole or Kendrick or like, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie. I'll probably be like Kanye, like one of them top tier people. And I would do like I would like put myself on. Like I'll be like, yo, check out this dude Avery. He's from blah blah blah. And then I'll be like
okay.
Like a because I'll be a Skrull, right? So like I'll be like, yo, check out this dude. Like he dresses as an alien. He's sick. He's a dope MC.
So,
and then my real self will be the Skrull in like character.
Yeah.
And then I'll be a rapper or whatever. Whatever. I'll be an influencer or whatever.
Okay, so that makes me think like, let's put it into realistic terms. Like, what if Skrulls are maybe not Skrulls really exist, but like an alien that can shapeshift into humans? And what if our Kanye that we know, it really is a Skrull because his ass be doing some wild shit. And he was like from that moment where he got like taken was that concert where he like went on the mental breakdown. And then after that, he's been a Skrull ever since.
Yeah.
And like we've been looking at the wrong, because have you seen like stuff like
Kanye looks weird right now.
Yeah, Kanye, like people like say like, or Gucci Mane. What do they always say? Gucci Mane's a clone. Like, cause remember when he went to jail, he was like fat and ugly, and then now he's all handsome and good looking, and like and like in a like all like buff and shit, and like he got slim. So it's like, what if like these things actually exist, and we're because
that'd be crazy.
A lot of times like they always say like art imitates life or life imitates art, so it's like what if they're kind of showing us, we're getting closer and closer to aliens. Their way of showing us these shape-shifting aliens and getting us used to them are like, oh, like here's the Skrulls,
Kanye for sure be an alien.
Kanye for sure is an alien.
I think Lil Wayne is an alien.
Katy Perry.
Lady Gaga. For sure, Lady Gaga's an
all
alien.
These like celebrities, I have a feeling that they might be Skrulls. What they talk about Men in Black too, don't remember? And Men in Black, Men in Black, they're like a lot of celebrities are actually aliens. That's what I'm saying.
I love that movie, but like they definitely put Michael Jackson as I could be Agent M. I remember Michael Jackson was like,
so
I could be Agent M.
So I don't know. It's wild to think about, but yes. Okay, so it's established. Gravik, you're good. You're not doing blackface. We're cool. We're chilling on that one.
Yeah. But he's a beast though.
Yes, but he's such a good actor. Like okay, dude, he's like so cold and like even the part where he goes into the room with the people, like the little council, right, where it's all the Skrulls people, and they all like join his side and we could make him the general, which was already fucking crazy. That whole scene, like his acting, bro, he's so cool, bro. Like he's just like calm, cool, collected, like don't give a fuck. Like he's not even phased, like no emotion on his face or anything. And like the way he talks about humans and just all this stuff, like where he was like, I'd rather be a dog, like, you know, than a human. That whole scene is fucking crazy.
Also, hold that thought.
No, go.
It's like they gotta explain that. They gotta explain what happened
to him.
Yeah,
that
because,
makes him.
Yeah, because I mean they kind of say that
it's because Nick Fury promised them to help them get a new world. And Nick Fury was gone. Like, he left after the blip.
Yeah, but bro, like, that hatred towards humans is deeper rooted.
Yeah,
because he hates humans. So
he even says, like, he's like, we're gonna, like, this is gonna be our planet, and we're gonna kill all the humans anyway. So why are you like showing sympathy? Like, who cares if we kill a few hundred humans here? You know, because we're already gonna kill them all anyways. Like, you know what? It's the inevitable. Like, you're basically just holding out. But what is a good thing that it's a crazy concept that happens in that scene that is also a big theme that I wanted to talk about too is how the Skrulls are almost once they become human, that they almost like playing that role and get into like they become like, he even says like, look at you using the man's fork, wearing the man's suit, wearing, like, living the man's life, like they become so comfortable with being that position that they're like, I'm cushy, I'm good, like I'm just gonna be a human, and then they start falling into human tendencies and traits and stuff, and he's like, you're forgetting that you're a Skrull first and you're not a human, you know? So like some of the Skrulls are actually losing themselves to their human forms, which is crazy, which I didn't know about, but I saw on Shout Out New Rockstars. One of the guys recommends a comic. It's Captain Marvel comic, where in the comic, Captain Marvel, who is Marvel before Miss Marvel, like the Captain Marvel, but like not Carol Danvers, the Captain Marvel before her, he dies, and Skrull, like a few years later, takes the role of Captain Marvel, right? And he's a Skrull pretending to be him. And because Captain Marvel is such a good guy and he's like almost like imitating his stuff, at the end he decides to be a good guy and he decides to live his life as Captain Marvel and be good. So almost like the Skrull lost his identity in being Captain Marvel. So it's like, where do you like where are you a Skrull being a human to losing yourself into the human role, like by being it, you know? So that's also a crazy concept that's happening in the show, where it's like, ooh, some of these Skrulls, like, yeah, like you're thinking like they're all on Gravik's side, but like he's even starting to pick up on the fact that some of them are losing their Skrullness to becoming human.
Yeah, I mean,
which is crazy.
You can see it in Gaia.
Yeah,
she's
Gaia's
definitely trying to like. She's definitely starting to be like, nigga, you tripping.
Well, yeah, I think she just thinks he's crazy. Like, I don't know if she's losing herself to like her human form, but she definitely is like seeing something, and there's something more up with her where she's kind of figuring out, because even there's a part where she goes out of the car and she calls someone and she's talking in Russian, but I don't know who she's calling or what she's talking about. And then later on, their safe house is like raided by cops. So did she tell on them?
Yeah,
you know, like, is she like kind of secretly working on the inside with Talos, or is it her just figuring it out on her own? Or she's up to something too, though. That's going to be revealed.
Gravik hitting that though.
Physically, like slapping her. I don't think he's hitting like that. I don't know though. He got that scrussy. He's getting that scrussy.
He definitely got that scrussy for her.
Giving her that script.
Speaking of that script, Jonathan Majors.
Wait. There's more.
There's more.
Yeah, before we get into Jonathan Majors stuff, because I have a theory. So then. Okay, the other big reveal. So we talked about all the big. This episode was jam packed with a lot of good stuff. But the other big thing that I want to talk about, which is the main thing that everyone's talking about, is at the very end, Nick Fury goes back to his house.
What is?
Are you kind of like, where's he at? They show a lady inside the house cutting up the things, and I immediately knew it was the Skrull from the beginning, from the 1997. When they show the 1997 flashback, and he's talking, she's the girl who introduced Gravik to him. She's the one who brought Gravik.
Oh, shoot.
She's the same Skrull.
I did not know that.
Yeah, you could tell because like the Skrulls, although they're all green and Skrull looking, they have different facial features and like different like because it's the actor underneath it who's wearing the Skrull stuff. So like I could tell, like when I saw that Skrull, I was like, oh, that's like, it's funny, but I was like, oh, that's a black woman. Like I could tell that's a black woman that's like playing this Skrull, right? And so when so it didn't hit, like I already knew that was the same Skrull. So when they show her in the house, I was like, oh, he's going to visit that Skrull because maybe they like that's a Skrull that he has a connection with from all the way back in 1997.
Yeah.
But when then she turns and she's a black woman and it's his wife, which is crazy. So I already knew like he was going to visit that Skrull, and I was like, oh, that's the same Skrull from the beginning. But then when she switched, I was like, okay, like I know she looks like, I know that's her human form, but what does it have to do with it? And then she's like, you're forgetting something. He goes and puts on the ring, and then boom, like they do their little head thing.
Dang.
So
I didn't know that.
This is the theory I wanted to address.
That's what I was saying in the beginning of the episode. I asked, does he know? But apparently he does. Obviously.
Yeah.
He definitely knows.
So actually, yeah. So I didn't think about that. That's what you're saying, because I didn't think about that. But because even people were saying too, I saw people asking like, does he know that she's a Skrull? But you're right.
Sure.
Yeah, he would have to know that she's a Skrull because in the beginning he talked to her as a Skrull, and then now he's like seen her. But yeah. So my thing was though, and what I'm thinking, and I think last week I was kind of going on this whole thing about like, what if Nick Fury's a Skrull, right? I don't think that my theory is dead yet. I'm still sticking on my theory that Nick Fury is a Skrull. The reason I say this is because what if instead of us, the very surface level of it, and what seems to be the most accurate is that Nick Fury was involved with the Skrull lady and they got married, and this whole time he's been with her, which honestly would probably be pretty cool because your fucking chick can turn into anybody at any time, which is pretty dope. If you're gonna marry someone, the Skrull is a good look, you know what I mean? You switch up the look every time, you know what I mean? Instead of just like wigs and different outfits and stuff, you know what I mean? You got like, you know. But anyways, I'm gonna have to cut that out. Anyways, but he get that scrissy, you know what I mean? But what I was thinking is the reason I still think that Nick Fury might be a Skrull is because what if Nick Fury, okay, I'm kind of jumping ahead of my own theory here, but I think that Nick Fury is still up on that ship, and I think that he had a Skrull. Like, I think that we're thinking that this is Nick Fury and his wife as a Skrull, like, and his wife is a Skrull, but I think that they're a Skrull couple, and her husband is playing Nick Fury. So I think like, I bet you what my theory is, what I think is going to be revealed is that Nick Fury, yeah, he was close with that Skrull lady, but that he was close with her and her lover, her husband, and he has her husband play him and come back to Earth to like be that thing. So they're living there together, but really they're both Skrulls, and Nick Fury's still up on the fucking ship just keeping track of everything that's going on. Because I say this because people keep pointing out that, okay, first off, we know Nick Fury. Well, I bring it back to what you were saying earlier. Nick Fury and Samuel Jackson, he's the fucking man, right? Like, he's the man. Like, he's always 2 steps ahead of everything. He's the guy. In this series so far, they've been showing, like, they've been making an emphasis on him getting older, him losing a step, like him doing this stuff, right? What if you were Nick Fury? Would you wouldn't show anybody anything that you don't want them to see. He's that smart, bro. Like, you're that smart, you're that far ahead of people. If I were him, and what my theory is coming to be, is I would be like, clone me, but as an older version of me, kind of thing. And pretend to be weaker than I really am. Go down there, make all these people think that I'm weak, that I forgot about things, that I'm losing a step, that I'm like getting caught, like, you know, I'm getting caught up and it's making me look weaker. But really he's doing that to like get deeper and deeper into like them revealing their plan to them. Because if they think that he can stop it, they're not going to reveal his plan. But every like villain, when they feel like they already have the upper hand and they can't be stopped, then they're going to reveal their hand, you know? Mm-hmm. So I think he's downplaying himself and acting more fragile and more weak and more out of touch and losing his step and stuff to play them. Because what's the ultimate Nick Fury move? he comes out and he's like, I'm healthy as fuck and I'm here to fuck all of you up and you didn't even know it. Like, you know, like you guys played into my whole little trick and thought that I was this old fragile man. No, that's not true. I'm still healthy and I'm still the dude. Because
that is true, because it's like the last time we see Nick Fury, like he was like,
he wasn't this old and like have a beard and he's all gray. Like he's like old and like even more. It's like he's playing up the fact that he's older.
Yeah.
Like that seems weird to me. And what makes me think this, and I don't know how they're gonna do the timeline, but in the Marvels in the trailer, he doesn't look that old in the trailer, right? He doesn't look as old as he does in Secret War. He doesn't look as beaten down and as bad, and the gray beard and like the whole thing. He doesn't look like that in Miss Marvel in the Marvels trailer.
Trailers,
So that makes me think that he is playing them, bro. He has that's not. And I know, like we talked about in the last episode, that Nick Fury always has clones of himself. He always has different versions of himself. Like he's never there. He's always has a version of himself there, and he's like, so because he never be taken down. So like that's my theory, is that this isn't really Nick Fury. I think this is a Skrull version of Nick Fury, and that will be the ultimate twist, is that the whole time it was a Skrull and he's been communicating with Nick Fury up on Saber, and everyone's thinking this is this week's Nick Fury, but really it's not him.
Okay.
And it's all to like stop their plot, you know? Because that's the ultimate Nick Fury thing to do, bro. Like if you know Nick Fury, like that's the ultimate thing to do. Like play everybody and make them think a certain way. That's the ultimate move, bro.
I mean, it is, but I feel like whenever,
and maybe it's just wishful thinking on my part. Like I'm like I'm giving it too much credit, and like what I think should happen.
I just don't know how Nick Fury alone will stop a Super Skrull, bro.
I don't think he will be able to stop a Super Skrull either. He's gonna have to call in some help, which hopefully we get like another Avenger in this fucking shit. That'd be fucking dope.
Yeah.
Call in Thor and he just comes real quick and just smashes
I don't
them
think
all.
it'd be Thor.
He would call
it'd be
someone
your boy.
Anthony Mackie.
No, Hulk.
No, maybe.
Smart Hulk.
Maybe.
Or She-Hulk.
She-Hulk maybe.
She-Hulk and Rings.
Shang-Chi would be dope.
I feel like it would be lower level B list Marvel guys.
Yeah.
Like it won't be Hulk, so it'd be like maybe She-Hulk or Daredevil or what's his name? Daredevil wouldn't come through.
Daredevil would be dope. But yeah,
where are they at? Are they in Moscow?
They're kind of all over.
So
but I think they're in New York.
It'd probably be like your boy Anthony Mackie and like Bucky.
Yeah, maybe like Thunderbolts and stuff. But like they're even saying like maybe like that Vanessa De Fontaine is a Skrull and different stuff. But that's the whole thing about this show, right? It's like the whole thing we were talking about in the last episode.
I just want to know how they gonna beat the Super Skrulls. Like you could box with the Skrulls. You can. Like
and they're not bulletproof.
Bucky and them can box with them. But Super Skrull, like you gonna need some big dogs.
Yeah, and also real quick on a side note, because we talked about how the Super Skrulls have Groot's powers. I downloaded the Guardians of the Galaxy game for PS5, and I'm really into it right now. I've been playing it, and when you get to like use Groot for stuff, and like Groot's powers are so sick, bro. Like it just makes me think like how much possibilities there is for these Super Skrulls to have Groot's powers, because like there's parts on the game where like you have to go somewhere and there's like a big gap and he's like, hey Groot, like can you make a bridge for me? And he's like, Groot, and then fucking makes a bridge like through the branches and shit. It makes a bridge over stuff. Or like you can like, if there's a lot of enemies, you can like use Groot to like cage everybody in. So like he like puts his hands on the ground and makes like and cages everyone in, you know, so that way they're all stuck and you can like beat them up while they're playing. So that's crazy too, but I don't know how they're gonna be able to beat them, bro. Like it's wild. That's what's cool about this is like Gravik's already fucking crazy and cold, and that's something I was gonna say too earlier that you told me to hold my thought on, which was the how cold Gravik is. There's a part where when he goes into that room with all the council and he leaves Amelia Clark out, Gaia, he leaves her out in the hallway with the gun, and when he walks out, she like hands him the gun, but he doesn't even make like that. His choice in his acting, like the guy who plays him is so good. Like he doesn't even make eye contact with her. He just walks past her and is like already just walking forward and just like grabs the gun and just keeps walking. And I even rewound that part to go back because I was like, damn, that was cold, bro. Like that was like he don't give a fuck. Like he just walks in. He walked in there, did his thing, became the general of the shit, didn't say a word, walked out, didn't even acknowledge her, look at her, grabbed his gun back and just walked to the car like fuck you. Like dude, he's crazy.
You ever
bro.
see that meme? It's like what? Like this is every time I see Gravik, I think of this meme, and
Yeah, man. If you guys haven't,
Every time.
if you haven't seen it, you guys need to be watching the show,
Every
man.
time I see Gravik, I think of this one.
Now this right here is where I grew up. I seen everything, man, everything. I seen the nigga get killed right over there, you know? They beat him up, stomped him, shot the dude, stomped the nigga again, and then I seen him take a dump on the dude. I swear to God, man, they actually like shot a deuce on this nigga, man.
Right here.
You know what I'm saying? They shot on the nigga, man. And I started thinking to myself, man, what did he do to make them niggas that mad?
Every time I see Gravik, I think about that part. What did he do to make them niggas that mad? Like, what did they do to make that nigga that mad? Like, he is so mad, bro.
Yeah.
And like, it's a brilliant show. Like, I'm not hating on it. I'm just like, dang, what happened? Like,
Yeah, and I'm
there
sure
is
they're gonna-
something that
yeah.
happened to this nigga that
It's
he's
gonna
like,
eventually
he's
come.
what he say? Like, I want to be a dog before I want to be this
Yeah,
nigga. It's like,
yeah.
damn, bro. Like,
Yeah.
But like, you know, it's crazy. Like, he's the black dude. So like. It's like that's kind of irrelevant, bro. Like
Yeah.
be the but I know that's for our eyes. I know
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
for the
it's for,
audience
like, yeah.
eyes. But like in realistic, like if, the way he's talking, he should just be green all the time.
Yeah.
Like he should just be like
that's
F it.
true.
Like I'm gonna be my scroll self all the time. But
He's trying to infiltrate like deeper. Like he's trying to rip. Like the thing is like he's brash in the way like he thinks, but he's also smart in the way of like it's like you got to play the role still. You know what I mean? Like I got to play my role until I can reveal my cards and be a Skrull.
Yeah.
You know, because I still got to like he's trying to tear down people from within. You know, he's trying to tear down humanity from within by playing into the human instinct, because to come as just a Skrull and try to be like I'm taking all of you over and then like they probably get killed. He doesn't have his machine ready yet that makes him a super Skrull. Once he has that upper hand, then he's going to be a little more brash, I'm sure.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
be like be okay to be a Skrull and do his thing.
Yeah, that
which
makes
would be
sense,
crazy
yeah.
because I want to see. They haven't showed him as a Skrull yet, have they?
no.
Because I wonder what he looks like as a Skrull. He's probably gonna look crazy.
Yeah, he's probably gonna make him look like the end character.
Yeah, he's gonna be sick.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know how they gonna.
I'm gonna throw up a picture of Super Skrull from the comics on here so you can see he looks crazy. But in the comics they have him like have all the Fantastic Four's powers. So like I don't know how they're gonna do it. Like he has like he has like the hand of the thing. He has like a hand of the of Mr. Fantastic. He has like stretchy powers and he's like invisible and force fields and stuff like
that would be cool.
He has
if they
all the
introduced
Fantastic
them
Four's
dudes
powers.
right here.
Yeah,
But I know it's probably not gonna happen because they're not ready.
yeah, but
that
it's gonna
would
be
be
crazy
cool.
because like even in the comics too, there's a part where like in Times Square they show like Barack Obama and like John McCain and stuff, and them becoming Skrulls and how they've all been Skrulls like all along, like how deep they've infiltrated our society. So like I think hopefully they have that part too, where like there's like a part where like it's like everybody on TV, and then they start revealing themselves as Skrulls and popping up, and eventually like all of humanity knows like, oh fuck, we're like hella invaded by Skrulls.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, secret invasion. That's what the show is. Like they're gonna have to reveal it eventually and be like, dude, everyone's gonna know like that they're Skrulls and like they're gonna be among us because
And also,
we can't kill them all. There's a million.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was gonna say too. Like it's like, all right, you beat Gravik, but
Yeah.
bro, he said millions.
Well, Nick Fury's gonna have to find a fucking other planet for them or do something because I don't know, bro. They got to do something. Well,
I mean,
the whole thing is.
they got another country,
Which is another thing.
like he said millions, bro. They could
have LA, downtown LA, honestly, bro. We can work on that.
Yeah,
But no, but it was crazy too is another big aspect that they haven't really touched on that's going to be a bigger plot point that's got to come later that they haven't addressed is the whole reason that the Skrulls are even hiding and the reason that they're on Earth is because they're running from the Kree army, right? Because the Kree are hunting them, right? Which is like Carol Danvers, like people original like that all those like the blue people and kind of stuff and like the human people looking people, and they were the bad guys, right? In Captain Marvel, what we learned. So they're all hiding from them, but all of them came to Earth. So does that mean the Kree has to know that they're all on Earth? And does that mean that the Kree are gonna...
What happened at what you call it? They beat in Captain Marvel. They beat the Kree people.
But they still exist. The Kree people, like in Guardians of the Galaxy, they show the Kree people.
Yeah, but they're not like.
But that, and this is after, because the Guardians of the Galaxy technically takes place after the events of Captain Marvel. So I don't know. I think the Kree know that they're on Earth too. So like we might deal with some of the Skrulls that are get rid of the bad ones, and then all the Kree people come and like try to fuck us up too because we're harboring like Skrulls. So that might be a whole thing too. Like where now we have to fight the Skrulls or the Kree and the Skrulls and the fuck. It's gonna get wild, bro. It's getting wild as fuck. So there's a lot that can happen, but ultimately at the end of the day, I think this show is fucking wild.
It's crazy
and it makes
that
you
it's
think
so much. It's 4 more episodes.
Yeah.
Which is amazing. That's
because I feel like I always get kind of sad when it's like a 6-season episode or something, or 6-episode season. But I feel like in these first 2 episodes, we've already gotten so much.
They're right.
You know, I mean, like we've gotten so much. Even this last episode, there was so much in this episode that we had to break down.
They're not dragging it.
And what I want to end before we can move on to the next topic, the one thing I want to end on is the best line of the show, which I hopefully New Rockstars make shirts with this or something, because I want this shirt or I just want it somewhere. But when Don Cheadle fires Samuel Jackson and he's like, I'm Nick Fury, even when I'm out, I'm in. Dude, that's the bar of the bar. That's just so dope. Even when I'm out, I'm in. Like I was like, yeah, boy, like Nick Fury's the man. Don't fuck with him, bro. That's what made me think like all that stuff. Where I'm like, dude, Nick Fury. I'm telling you, Nick Fury is not. They're making him look weak on purpose, bro. They're making him look like, damn, he's losing a step. We're meant to count him out, but you could never count Nick Fury out. Nick Fury's always ahead of the game, bro. Always. Even when you think he's not, he is. That's the whole thing. If you think he's not, he's making you think he's not, because he's doing something.
Yeah.
You know. So I genuinely think that there's something more to this. I don't think that it's as straightforward as they're making it seem right now with this whole like Nick Fury's just this weak innocent dude and he's losing a step and he's married to a Skrull. Nah, he's ahead of the game, bro. Something's going on. But anyways, moving on from Secret Invasion, this episode 2, 10 out of 10, fucking amazing episode. Loved it. Can't wait for the next episode.
So far, so good, amazing,
such a good show. We also just got breaking news. Pew, 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 pew. Before this started,
I told you all.
Yeah, I think Avery. We can't say it yet. But I'm pretty sure
you all.
Avery was right, and our guy Jonathan Majors.
I told you.
May be innocent.
He
may be innocent. Has not been proven yet.
Yeah.
But essentially, his accuser,
his ex-girl or whatever she is,
who accused him,
the dancer, is arrested. She's in jail. Yes. She's in jail because she beat him.
Yes. And lied about it. And it's coming out with more details that essentially the cops got there and the cops kind of were being a little racist and making racist remarks by saying...
Which is going to hurt.
Yeah, in court. It's gonna hurt their whole case.
Yes.
Because they're saying like, essentially they got there and said, how can a guy like this afford a place like this? Which is, crazy.
Which is crazy.
And
like,
then
they don't watch Marvel?
Like, y'all don't watch movies?
Like
bro,
like, you don't watch Marvel? Like,
you ever seen Creed 3?
Like, bro,
no, I'm sure those cops don't watch anything with, like, black people.
I mean, but, like, bro, like... yeah,
they're watching Yellowstone now.
Yeah,
and fucking Kid Rock videos.
That's true.
Bro.
That's true. Because I was gonna say like there's every movie that he's been in is like a black movie, except Ant-Man.
Yeah. But yeah, so that came out, and also it came out that the cops are kind of coercing her into what to say. I guess that. When the cops arrived and they asked her what happened, she said like I don't know like 19 times, and they were kind of almost coaching her to say, "Oh, did he do this to you?" Like because the cops will do that. Oh, did he yell at? Did he hit you? Did he put his hands on you? And the person's like, "Oh, yeah, he did." They'll coach you into to try to get that arrest. Mm-hmm. So it's almost coming out that the cops kind of got there and coached her into telling her like, "Oh, like to help to get him arrested." So it's looking bad for her and good for Jonathan Major and good for Marvel.
Which means it's good for Marvel. Which means shout out to Marvel because y'all stood y'all ground.
Yeah,
y'all stood y'all ground, man. Shout out to y'all because I know like I felt this whole time I felt my boy was innocent and everybody was counting him out. I would admit that I said if he did it, he deserves, but I said I don't think he did. So that's what I'm saying. I just want to make sure I make that clear for all the cancel culture people. But everybody counted my boy out. Everybody. They canceled deals. Everybody except Marvel. obviously Marvel didn't say anything because they weren't sure, which makes sense. But they didn't count him out.
But the fact that they didn't say anything is actually the best move that they did. That's even a strong move by them to not say anything. Because like you said, they're standing their ground. They're not jumping at everyone saying like cancel him, get him out of here.
Yeah.
But they're also not like not saying he's not guilty. You know, they're like sitting there and just like, we'll let it play out.
So I'm guessing that the trial is like actually gonna happen in August, and I'm guessing that which would be, it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah,
it's gonna be crazy to see, but I think my boy's gonna win, honestly. Because
hopefully, I mean, I think
this new development, bro. Like, ain't no freaking jury is gonna say, like, you know what I mean? She just went to jail for it, like. You know what I mean? Like, why would she go to jail?
And he had like he has a bunch of witnesses and a bunch of different things. So like, I think she's shit out of luck, and he's got it. I don't think that. I think she. And
everybody owes my guy an apology. And Jonathan Majors, when you see this, bro, just know this has been since March.
We've been supporting
you, bro.
I'll be real. I've been on the fence, Jonathan Majors. so you don't have to hang out with me.
You can come on the show with me, bro.
You can hang out with Avery. I'll step off the episode.
You can come on the show with me, bro.
But I had a good feeling. I just didn't want to jump on it and say like that you're innocent, you know. But now I'm, you know, I think you're innocent.
But yeah, man. I honestly felt like, August gonna come around. And Marvel, bro, Kevin Feige. Once that jury literally says innocent, y'all should just release it that day, bro. That would be the craziest market.
Day.
Yeah,
Kang Day, like Jonathan Majors Day.
That would be the craziest market, bro. Like, bro.
That's on some like Tupac shit, like some hit 'em up shit, like fucking like imagine. Disney's like.
That would be crazy.
Hey, not only is he innocent, we're dropping 7 new projects, all Jonathan Majors starring. Kang's taking over.
Yeah,
we're making him the most powerful being in the whole universe.
And also, I won't give Marvel all the flowers because you guys did
kind of pull back on
Ant-Man on without my boy, which, like I said, I get what you know what I'm saying, I seen that. I seen that. We seen that, but it's okay. We forgive y'all.
Imagine his like lawyers and his manager and his people, his PR people, all that stuff. They're probably having to present evidence to the court, but then also have to present all the evidence to Disney to be like, look, I'm telling you, he's innocent. We have this, we have that. Like, so it's probably wild right now. But
yeah, man. Hey,
good out for him.
Hey, Jonathan Majors, wherever you having a party at. You know what I mean? Just invite your boy, man. I stood 10 toes down.
Yep.
You know what I mean? With all the TikTok people try to cancel you. You know what I mean? All the especially a lot of the Shade Room. A lot of black women was trying to like cancel because he was dating a white girl.
Oh yeah.
So a lot of the black women was like, "Oh, this ain't none of our business. He dating the white girls." It's like, hey, he's still a black man at the end of the day, bro. Like,
and the one thing that got me. And I wish this detail would have came out a lot sooner. But when they said that the girl that accused him was a dancer, as soon as that happened, I was like, oh yeah, he's innocent. And I might get canceled for saying that, but I've dated a dancer once or twice, and I believe Jonathan Majors. So let's just say
I don't know about that.
I've had some crazy experiences as well, and I know how dancers be.
But yeah,
dancing
man,
with the truth.
I think my guy. So with that being said, man. I honestly believe Loki about to pull up. Miss Marvel's about to, the Marvel's about to pull up, and we about to get back on Kang watch.
Yeah, about to be back on it. We're on Skrull watch right now, but we'll go back to Kang watch once, which is even crazier because we don't even know, dude. Excuse me. Kang could be everywhere. Skrulls could be everywhere. The Marvel universe is real fucked up right now. It's real crazy, and that's what makes me sad. Is that people are not
really cool.
It's really fucking cool and really crazy. And the fact that there's not as many people, not as much hype. It's gonna be the same thing. It's okay because I know how it is. I know how people are. You people, not so much because you guys are watching us. You guys love this stuff.
Yeah, shout out to you.
But everyone else, all the other people besides our 100 subscribers, everyone else who doesn't follow this, dude. It's gonna be the same thing, just like Endgame and stuff. No one cared about Marvel when I was at fucking Iron Man 1 premiere, when I was at the Iron Man 2 premiere, even Iron Man 3 when no one gave a fuck about that movie, and like all these movies that were coming out and connecting everything, and I was there, and it wasn't until Infinity War that the hype got big and everyone was like, oh, Marvel this, Marvel that. Everyone that I knew that was a casual was like, oh yeah, so what do you think about this in Marvel and blah blah. And I'm like, shut up, you don't know anything, bro. You don't get to talk about it.
What did Rick
It's
Ross
the same
say?
thing with this.
Rick Ross said, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym.
You weren't with me shooting in the gym. And that's what's happening right now. You guys don't realize how fucking crazy Marvel is and how good it is. And when it gets to the fucking Secret Wars era and we're at the end of this whole saga and people are like, damn, this is pretty crazy. It's really good. I thought Marvel had fallen off. It never fell off, bro. It never fell off. And don't you ever disrespect it because it never fell off. She-Hulk was good. I'm sticking by that. She-Hulk was good. I like Miss Marvel, even though it wasn't the best show. I still liked it. But it didn't fall off. So people, like, chill. But I can't wait to tell everybody I told you so one day. Yeah, it's gonna be great. Yeah, it's a good feeling.
What we got? 2026.
Yeah. So it'll be up in 4 years, but I'll be happy as fuck that day. I'll be like 35.
Hopefully we go into the premiere.
Yeah, we'll be at the premiere, and I'm gonna be telling everybody I told you so because this podcast took off, and because Marvel was killing it. So it's okay. You guys will catch up. The rest of them will catch up. We're Nick Fury, bro. We're the Nick Fury podcast. We're ahead of the game. We make you think that we're not successful, not having it, but we got this, bro.
Or we Skrulls.
Or are we Skrulls? All right, let's reveal ourselves. Take off our mask
with this big scroll script.
This is that scroll script. That scroll script. Getting that scrussy, you know what I mean?
Hey, that's pretty good. I like that. Getting that scrussy.
The name of the episode is either Scroll Scrick and Scroll Scrussy or Getting That Scrussy.
Oh, we haven't seen Gaia as a scroll and an adult scroll.
Yeah, it's okay. She can say as Amelia Clark, so that's fine.
She probably a bad scroll. I want some of that.
I was gonna say the name of the episode is either Scrussy or is Gravik doing blackface, because that's clickbait. Either way, I need clickbait for these.
That's clickbait. That was the best clickbait.
That's why I've been thinking about that all week.
But yeah, I'm thinking about Gaia Scrussy. That's all I'm thinking about.
Yeah, Gaia Scrussy. Maybe the episode will be called Gaia Scrussy. No one's gonna get it. No one's gonna click on it because they're not gonna get it. But yeah, man. But yeah. Otherwise, guys, keep watching these episodes of Secret Invasion. It's fucking dope as hell. I can't wait for more of it to come out. I'm glad we have something to talk about because this whole episode was just about Secret Invasion and Jonathan Majors.
Yeah, Jonathan Majors. Shout out to my boy Jonathan, man.
Next week we will be eating the spicy chips. It should be coming in. So next week will be a special episode. We're gonna talk about Secret Invasion.
We gotta eat the chips after
we eat the chips, though.
No, I
think we should eat the chips first and then talk about Secret Invasion.
Dude, we're not gonna be able to.
That's the point. That's what's gonna be funny about it. Come on. We gotta do something so we can't just eat the chips at the end and then just be dying and not have anything to talk. We have to have something to talk about while we eat the chips. So we start off the episode, eat the chips, and then
Dang, I was hoping that we just talking. And
no. What's the fun in that, bro? We need to make it exciting.
That's really crazy. And watch next week. Hella stuff happen. Like Jonathan Majors become innocent. Kang starts to happen again. So we're gonna have a lot to talk about, and then we're gonna be burning our mouth.
Kang shows up in this episode.
Yeah,
that'd be the ultimate fuck you at the end of this season. Like Kang shows up.
Yo, that'd be crazy.
That'd be crazy as fuck. Yeah, that'd be so crazy. But yeah.
Yo, Gravik is Kang.
Oh, a different version of it. That'd be sick. A Skrull version, because in the Council of Kangs, remember there was a Kang that was like a reptile one. What if there's a Kang that's a Skrull? Dude. Okay, this is getting real crazy now. So, anyways, yes, next week will be a special episode where we'll be eating the chip. We'll be talking about the next episode of Secret Invasion and hopefully whatever else comes out. Also, we got 4th of July coming up, so that's gonna be fun. That'd be cool to do it on 4th of July. Actually,
does it come out on the 4th of July?
It's already Wednesday. So next week we'll probably record on 4th, maybe around 4th of July, and then maybe we'll record it on 4th of July. That'd be cool. And,
it comes out on Wednesday, fool.
Oh yeah, actually we'll do it on the 5th. But anyways, we'll figure it out. But until then, enjoy your guys' 4th of July and enjoy. Be safe out there. Don't be blowing up your hands and doing crazy shit. They're already setting off fireworks all week over here by my neighborhood. I see the American flags going up all over the place.
Yeah, you at the problem.
Yeah, I know. and yeah, it's gonna be fun. I don't know what else to talk about.
Yeah, there's nothing really happening right now. It's just
I still got my project coming out on the 8th. I might push it back, but it's coming out on the 8th. I still got to do promotion and stuff for that. Yeah, I'm going to Sequoia this weekend, going camping.
Yeah. Oh, we doing personal live stuff?
I mean, if you want to, I don't know. I'm just running out of shit to say. I'm just rambling at this point.
We're moving in on Friday, so I moved to Anaheim by Disneyland. You know, we out here. I'm out here getting close to Marvel.
There you go.
And then
we gotta go to Disneyland now.
Yeah, we gotta go to Disneyland. Honestly.
Maybe once we hit like 50 episodes, we'll go to Disneyland or something. That'd be cool.
Oh, we gotta go to the
Avengers Campus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey. So
I haven't been yet. So.
When we hit what 200?
200 subscribers.
200 subscribers, yeah.
Or 50 episodes. I don't know.
Yeah, let's do.
Because we've been doing this podcast for a long time, and we're only at 30 episodes, which is actually it's a lot for podcasting, but it's not a lot, which is crazy. But for one every week, that's pretty wild. You know, 30 episodes. So yeah, maybe once we get to 50 episodes, another 20 episodes. Oh, that's pretty long, but we'll figure it out.
That's long. We gotta get our money up.
Yeah, because
we're not monetized yet.
Yeah,
so
help us monetize and get us to Disneyland.
Once we get our money up, or y'all, hey, maybe we could put a little
fundraiser, like a little thing to
GoFundMe, so we can go to Vitch's campus.
Yeah, that'd be dope. Oh, that'd be cool. Actually, we can maybe make that happen. Well, we'll talk about it. But regardless, guys, thank you for watching and sticking with us. For all the 100 subscribers, we really appreciate it. It's crazy that we even made it that far, and 30 episodes, man, it's wild. So. We're just gonna keep grinding, keep doing it until we get to the red carpet. You know, you'll see us on there one day.
True. Either our podcast is gonna get there, or our rapping is, because for sure whenever I get to the top, everybody. This is see people are stupid, bro. Yeah. Like these rappers are dumb, bro. Like whenever I get to the top. I'm trying to use all my resources to talk to Kevin Feige.
Oh yeah,
like Kevin Feige, bro. I make like positive music. Like I just want you to hear it, bro. Like can we be friends?
Dude, yeah. I mean, once we're at that level, bro,
that's what
we're getting songs on fucking Marvel movies.
Like, I don't even want that. I just be like, yo, Kevin, like, can I be your homie? Like, let's just be homies, bro. Like, how you want to go to dinner, bro? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I do to Kevin Feige.
Gotta pick his mind.
Yeah, for sure.
See what's in there.
For sure. That's Kevin Feige's the only man I'll take out to dinner, bro.
Yeah. Now he better pay shit with that.
I'm taking a McDonald's.
Yeah. Well, we'll have our money up by then, hopefully. But yeah, man. But like I said, appreciate you guys. Thanks for always sticking by and watching us. And these episodes are long, so if you make it to this point, like we always say, thank you so much for watching us all the way through, and we appreciate it. Next week we're gonna be dying. But yeah, we'll see you then. Until then, it's been another episode of Above the Multiverse.
Peace.